away from it. Is that okay?
At 6, we told you about the KC Health Department's decision to shut down the Westport Ale House. Several employees tested positive for COVID, and there were complaints that rules about masks and crowds weren't being followed. The director of the health department and the White House coronavirus task force have gone so far as suggesting all bars in the state be shut down. But when KCTV5's Betsy Webster dug deeper, she found a loophole in city law, and she is live tonight in Westport to explain. Betsy.
Well, Brad, you can see the closed sign up on the door here of the ale house right now. That went up because of health code violations, not because it's a bar. In fact, according to this city code, it's a restaurant. That's even though they sell 5 times as much alcohol as they do food. And now city leaders are considering changing this code. When you think of the term restaurant bar, you might think a place like Minsky's or Boling's in the city market.
It's a restaurant first, and they've got a little bar, and they serve a little liquor, but it's clearly a restaurant.
That's how the director of the city department dealing with alcohol, known as Regulated Industries, thought of the term before he took the job. But then there are places like the Ale House. Sure, a restaurant by day.
But then they really turn into more of a bar at night.
Yet by city code, a place like the Ale House and many, many others are considered just like a Minsky's that closes at 10 or midnight. The more restrictive category is called a tavern. For example, Kelly's or Buzzard Beach, which sell next to no food. A restaurant bar is a place with at least 50% of their sales in food, which is not uncommon. But Kansas City Code says they also qualify if they just sell more than $200,000 in food, regardless of percentage. For example, Reddy says the Ale House sold $579,000 in food last year, but its liquor sales were 5 times that, more than $2.5 million. Why does that all matter? Well, once you get a DJ and dancing, people don't stay in their seats. The whole 6-foot-apart seating rule becomes pointless. And, says Kansas City Health Director Rex Archer, the coronavirus health risks go up.
Then you are not talking at a library level. You're talking at a shouting almost level so that you're heard. That means the virus goes a lot farther.
He says any widespread bar closure needs to be beyond KC, because otherwise a short drive defeats the purpose. And he says bars should get federal help so they can close for COVID without closing for good, kind of like farmers get paid at times to not grow crops. Meanwhile, Reddy says the city manager and city council are working to modernize the alcohol code, including getting rid of the $200,000 loophole. Now, based on what time of night things turn into more of a party vibe, I asked, why not just temporarily make all places close before midnight? The mayor's office said other cities are doing that, and the mayor is considering that, but not ready to go there yet. Live in Westport, Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.